guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk babies and eating. Hi guys, welcome back. So today I want to talk about baby-led weaning. And if you don't know what baby-led weaning is, it's a new practice, and I wouldn't say new, it's been going on for a while, but it's recently got a lot of hype. And it's basically where babies skip the whole stage of purees and baby cereal, and they go straight to real foods that we eat every single day, and they feed themselves. I never did this with any of my other 3 children. My baby, who's my 4th, she's the first one that I've tried this on, and I think it's amazing. I love it, and I wish I would have done it with all of my children. So today, I'm going to answer some questions for you about baby-led weaning so you can be more informed on making your decision on how you want to feed your baby. I do want to say before I get into all of this that however you choose to feed your baby is your choice, and I support each and every one of you. So I'm pretty sure that I've already answered the question, what is baby-led weaning? Okay, so first thing, you have done your research, you've decided baby-led weaning is for you. What do you do next? Your baby needs to meet the signs of readiness. And the signs of readiness are sitting up unsupported for at least a minute. And that means no holding themselves with their hands, literally sitting up, good trunk support for a minute at least. Some babies may not meet that right away, and it's okay to wait. Having good trunk support it is important because they need to be able to gag appropriately if they need to, or if they were to choke and they can't even sit up, it's not going to be a good situation. So they need to sit up unassisted for at least a minute. Then obviously they need to meet the 6-month requirement. That even is for purees, any type of food. They should have lost their tongue reflex, which is when if you put something in a baby's mouth and they go, they're not ready for solids. They have to lose the tongue reflex or nothing is going to stay in their mouth. They should show an interest in what you're eating, so they will stare at you, or they will start to grab what you're eating. They will become vocal about wanting to eat what you're eating, and then you'll know that they're interested in starting solid foods. They should also be able to grab things and put them in their mouth. With baby-led weaning, there is no spoon feeding them, there is no feeding them at all, so they should be able to feed themselves by the time that you start this. So we're going to go to the second question. We've already covered signs of readiness, we've already covered what baby-led weaning is. So the next question is, how many meals a day should my baby be eating? Pia had to join us. She was not happy being in there. And if I've not introduced her, and I don't think I have, this is Miss Pia. Miss Pia, she is 7 months old. She'll be 8 months old next week. I know they grow so fast. You grow so fast, baby. How many meals should your baby be eating? At first, I would start with 1. Set dinner time, that's normally the easiest for most people. I understand if your schedules are a little wonky and you need to maybe share lunch together or share breakfast together, whatever it may be. I would set 1 meal time and stick to that for a while. By a year old, they should be having 3 meals and 2 snacks a day. And you can work up to that. Ooh, Mama! This is real life. She's not happy. Hey, we're talking about feeding. We're talking about eating. What should meal times look like with your baby? This is question number 3. And messy. That's all I have to say. They're going to be messy. It's going to be fun. I would recommend getting a suction plate because babies tend to like to throw things, and that can kind of keep most of the stuff on the high chair table and in the plate. It's them feeling like a part of the family, and you guys can sit together as a family. Now I have 4 kids, so it's chaos. Sit down together as a family, and mama gets to eat. She doesn't have to speed food a baby. Spoon feed a baby. So it's got its benefits. You guys can enjoy meal time as a family, and baby feels involved. It's amazing to see when it all falls into place. At first, well, we're going to move on to question number 4, and that is, should food be prepared in any special way for your baby? Yes. Need to be cut in a finger length style, so they can hold on to it and learn to chew. At first, they're mainly just going to be gnawing at it, and that's okay. But it does need to be cut in a finger length, long ways style at first. When they develop the pincher grasp, you can start to cut them into smaller pieces, but the finger length helps to prevent choking. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the biggest question yet, and that is, will my baby choke? A lot of people are terrified to try baby-led weaning because they are so worried that their babies are going to choke. And I had that fear too. You are not alone with that fear, but I really encourage you to do your research, to find a support group. There are tons on Facebook, and learn the difference between gagging and choking. There's a huge difference, and gagging is actually a really good thing. With gagging, their face will be red sometimes. Pia's face has never turned red. They're gonna be like with their tongue gagging like you would as if you were gonna vomit, but some babies do, and that's okay. Their gag reflex is a little bit stronger. And it's really to save them and to protect them, because their gag reflex is a lot more forward than if they were actually choking. And really? 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 So their gag reflex is to actually help protect them from choking, and babies will work up the food that they've gotten too much of in their mouth that they can't handle to swallow, or maybe they haven't learned to swallow yet, so it's new, and they will work it up, and you will actually see it come out forward, and it's amazing how a baby can get it up and not choke. If you just seen, she gagged just a tiny bit, and she got it down. She was fine. Choking, they're not going to be making any sounds. That's another thing with gagging. They're going to make loud sounds. Pia doesn't really, I mean, you can hear her, but not really. She's gotten really good at it. We very rarely have any kind of gagging episode. Choking, they're going to, you can see that they're not getting any air, they're not breathing. They may start to cough, which could be a sign of like a partial blockage, and that's when you should try to get it up. You have to be very careful with sticking your finger in a baby's mouth who is a baby-led weaning baby, because you could cause them to choke. Never stick your fingers in a baby's mouth unless you actually are for sure, or you are 100% sure that you think that they're choking. Do not stick your fingers in their mouth. Really? I think somebody's making a poop. It sounds scary, like why would you do that to your baby? But really, once they get the hang of it, Pia has only had 1 or 2 episodes, and it was literally maybe 3. Once when we were eating out, and then when she was first learning at home. And it takes a lot. Have somebody there with you if you are really worried, because you need to stay calm. It's not going to help matters if mama's a little freaked out and panicky and ready to jump. That's going to make baby nervous, that's going to make you nervous, and it's not going to be a fun experience for anybody. I literally had my husband sitting right by my side telling me to remain calm, and I would just stare at her and watch and watch, and then I realized she's got this. She knows what to do, and it's been amazing ever since. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Are there any ingredients that you should avoid with baby? Babies really do not need that much salt, so I would try to keep cooking with salt at a minimum. Sugar they don't really need, but it's okay if your baby tries something sweet every once in a while. I wouldn't give baby a donut every morning, but it's okay in moderation. Honey is an absolute no, and I think I've already said that in this video, until they're a year old. And other than that, high mercury fish. What if baby doesn't eat anything? You're okay with everything, you're ready to go, you make baby's first meal and they do not eat anything. What do you do? Let them be. They may not be interested in it. It's all new to them. They may want to just feel it. They may not like the feeling. Don't rush it. They will get the hang of it. And it may take a while. Some babies want to eat earlier, some babies aren't ready until later, and that's okay. Until a year old, they should be primarily fed breast milk or formula. If they're a little late at learning or interested, that's okay too. All right, we're gonna move on to the next question. Should you or could you help baby eat? And I think I've already said this pretty much. No. Baby-led weaning, they feed themselves, as you can see Pia doing in the background right here. And again, I am watching her in my screen. They feed themselves. You do not spoon feed them. You do not hand them food. I simply put it on her plate. She picked it up. She began to eat. They will learn how to feed themselves, and that is also the benefit. One of the benefits of baby-led weaning is you don't have to sit there and feed a baby, which is really great when you have multiple children. Okay, so that's it for all of the questions. Get yourself into a CPR training course. It will help you, and you will know that you can help baby if something bad was to go wrong. And I think I forgot to mention this, is with baby-led weaning, nurse or feed your baby a bottle first. Within 30 minutes, then give them the meal, because they should get their breast milk or the formula before food. Food is not taking the place of breast milk or formula yet, and they need to be nursed or fed a bottle first and then offered food. Strongly recommend baby-led weaning. Obviously, I wouldn't be making a video if I did not love it and have a wonderful experience with it. Do your research, ask your pediatrician, and choose whether or not you think it's the best option for you and your baby. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Hope you loved the video, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Say bye, Pia. Say bye.